Hey students, it's the counselors coming to talk with you today about a secret to success. Whether it be your academic, personal, or social success, all students who are successful set goals. So we want to talk to you about some skills and strategies and resources that can help you set goals now and in the future. So think about this for a second. A third of your life in a 24-hour day, around 8 hours, is spent sleeping. So have a good pillow, have a good mattress. A third of your life is spent doing stuff you enjoy, recreational things, passions, interests you have. And a third of your life is doing some sort of job or career. And for you right now, that's being a student. And so we really want all of those components of your life to be fulfilling and to be happy. And to do that, what's helpful is to set goals. It doesn't just happen. So think about it. What's a goal? A goal is having an objective, something that you're striving to attain with crystal clarity, knowing exactly what you want, something that's specific and measurable. And it also is something that has purpose and meaning to you. And a goal is also something that has a plan to allow you to get that goal. So we want to give you, again, some tips and strategies that are going to help you have academic and personal success. And to do that, you must set goals. So, there's long-term goals, obviously, for after high school that you can set. There's intermediate goals, for example, that you can set for yourself, personal, social, academic, for the end of the year. And there's also the immediate. We want to give you a tool for you to be able to set an immediate goal for this term. So we're going to talk to you about using Naviance to do that. Before we do that, we want to give you a great tool and a mnemonic device, a memory device, to help you remember how to set goals. There's 3 components to it. If you think about it, a mnemonic device we're going to use is RPMs. In a car, RPM stands for rotations or revolutions per minute. If you think about that, the more rotations or revolutions a wheel has in a car, the more power it has. So we've used the acronym RPM to have you be able to set a powerful goal. So the process of setting a goal is like planning a trip. You must have a destination and a plan in mind. So to do that, every goal and every successful student that we've seen set goals follows the 3 components of the RPM plan. R is result, knowing exactly what you want with crystal clarity. Sometimes we've heard students say, I want more money. Well, I could give them a quarter and they have more money. So you have to be specific. You have to know exactly what you want, and it has to be measurable. So for example, you might say instead, I'd like to have a B or higher in first period by the end of this term. Then we can all know if a student achieved that goal at the end of the time period. A successful student who follows a great goal-setting strategy has a second component of the RPM plan. The P is purpose. Knowing what your meaning is, why it's important to you. You can want to be or higher in first period, but it might be for someone else, your parent, your guardian, your friend. Instead, it has to be meaningful and important to you, for you to know why you want it. So you might say, instead, the reason I want to have a B or higher in first period is because there's a specific college that I really would like to consider going to, and that's going to help my strategies for my application and acceptance. Finally, a great goal-setting technique for the RPM plan after you have a result and a purpose is to have a massive action plan. You can say you want to be or higher in first period and sit on your butt. You can't do that. You have to have a massive action plan. And when I say massive, I'm meaning you have plan after plan and you do not give up. Successful students don't give up, so they have a lot of different action steps that they use to be able to get their goal. So, as we move forward here, we want to be able to give you a tool to be able to do that. So again, the more you can imagine what you want and make it strong enough, the more you're going to be able to pull towards your goal. Clarity is power. That's the result that we're looking at. So we want you to be able to use Naviance to set personal and academic goals. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up the high school website. And so one of the ways that you can set goals on Naviance is to go to the website and click on quick links. And hopefully many of you, aside from 9th graders, have used Naviance. And we're going to use it more and more. It's got all kinds of tools as we've referenced with you. So when you click on login to Naviance, as a friendly reminder, your username is your student ID. So in this case, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And your password, if you haven't changed it, is your birth date. So if your birth date is 4/15/2015, you would put 4/15/, and then the full year of 2015. Couple of friendly reminders when you log into Naviance. We do a really good job trying to give you some updates on some current announcements for your class. For example, it's talking about some things that are coming up right now, ACT results, etc. This was kind of oriented towards summer and that sort of thing. Under the About Me tab, we always in front of you remind you, if you haven't done so, to be able to go to your profile and make sure your email is correctly inputted in there, so that if we see something and want to be able to email you, we have your email. So make sure you update that. But again, back to goal setting. If I go to the About Me tab and I click on goals, you can add any kind of personal or academic goal for yourself, but what we want you to consider doing is considering to set a term 1 grade goal, or a term 2 grade goal, term 3 grade goal. You can keep going back in here. So if you look over here, the instructions say, picture looking at your report card at the end of the term. What grades will you have for each hour? That's your R, your result, knowing exactly what grade you want. Your brain has a reticular activating system in it, and it will go like a magnet towards those grades if you put it in there. You have to look at this goal setting page over and over again to remind yourself of what your goal is. So what we would like you to do is consider putting what grades you want first, second, third, and fourth period. Then we want you to ask you, why is that important to you? Why is it important to you? Why do you want those grades? And finally, what action steps, what massive action plan are you going to take to be able to get those grades? For example, are you going to stay after? Are you going to utilize core? Are you going to do your homework within a half an hour of getting home so that you have your whole night ahead of you? Are you going to be able to get a tutor? Different action steps that you know you need to take to be able to get the grades that you want in that class. This strategy right here, this is so effective. Mark our words, if you set a goal with results that you want and purpose and meaning that you have for yourself and take these action steps, you're going to get your goals. Add the goal, and once you've added it, make sure you go back and look at it. Again, you can use any kind of goal setting on Naviance. This is a great tool for you to be able to get any kind of personal, academic, or social goal. We really want to see you achieve academic and personal success. So you know we're in the Student Center East. Until next time, set some goals with crystal clarity, have meaning, and have a massive action plan. Good luck, students.